We've got lots to do today. Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. All right, today we're doing field research. I've got so much stuff that we need to cover. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Today we're doing makeup research, and there's a few products that I want to show you guys that I think are really worth knowing about for the spring and summer months. I'm going to put on some of my City Beauty. This is their Plumping lip gloss. Love this stuff. The big thing we're doing today is side-by-side testing of the Dior Forever Skin Glow. I have the original. I picked up the new formulation. And you know what? I used it in a video and I wasn't over the moon. But then I started thinking maybe it was just my emotions that got in the way because I don't like changes too much. This is so very good. I love this foundation. This is my Holy Grail foundation, this original Forever Skin Glow formula. This looks so pretty on my skin. I don't have to do anything to make it look wonderful. I tried this. I was a little underwhelmed, but I thought we would do a side-by-side test today. We'll do the original formula on one side of my face, the new formula on the other side of my face, and we can look at it and perhaps come to a good conclusion that's not all based in emotions. So that's number one on my list. I'm going to be talking about a great dupe for the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. This is a good primer. It's super expensive. This is just as good. It's a lot less expensive. We'll be diving in today into one of the Essence 6-pan palettes. That's harder to say than you can imagine. I've just tried it 4 times. This is in bronze this way. I love these little palettes. I haven't used this colorway. I'm going to put together just a real simple, I think, one and done look with this one today. I've got an e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. So excited about this, and I'm going to be trying a Super Shock highlighter from ColourPop. I've got a beautiful blush from Tower 28, and this is really one thing that I want you guys to take a look at today. This is the Revlon Skin Lights. It's a bronzer with a little bit of glow to it. I thought when I picked it up this is going to be a huge fail, but I used it in an earlier video. I really love it, and I want you to take a look at the finish this puts on the skin. I think it's just perfect for the spring and summer months. I've got a paint pot from MAC. This is in the color Painterly. I'm going to use this as eyeshadow primer today. And I have a beautiful nude lipstick from Natasha Denona. This is the first time I've used one of her lipsticks. I'm excited to give this a whirl. We're going to hop right into the makeup today, and as always, all products that I use and mention today will be listed and linked below, so super easy for you to find. And with that, let's hop into it. The first thing I'm going to do is take my Profusion brush and swirl it around in my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is going to go into my eyebrows because I did my skincare about a half an hour ago. And I still have a lot of skincare in my eyebrows, and this really soaks up that skincare and helps my eyebrow products to lay down a lot more smoothly. I'm going to be using the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas Primer today, just because this was expensive. And I want to use it up, but I'll tell you what, I have found a drugstore primer that really gives this one a run for its money. This primer is so good, particularly for mature skin. This is the NYX, the Marshmallow Primer, and I'll tell you, between the two of these, if you put them on and I didn't know which one was which, I really wouldn't be able to tell. You can see right here on my hand, so this is the Tatcha, this is the NYX, and they both feel very, very hydrating, smoothing, like skincare. They're just almost a dead-on dupe for each other. So if you like the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer, but you don't like the price point, I think this is like $52. That's pretty spendy for a primer. You can go ahead and give the NYX a try. This is under $20. It's not like a $10 product, but it still is much more affordable than this. Just going to dot this over my face. I really do love the way this feels. However, the NYX feels just as good. To prep my under eyes, I'm still madly in love with the Beauty Pie Under Eye Genius. Love this stuff. If they ever discontinue it, I'm going to be a very sad girl. I usually don't do my foundation first, but I am going to do it today because this is really what I want to find out. Do I love the new formula as much as I love the old formula? This is the Dior Forever Skin Glow. This has been my favorite foundation for a long time now. When I want my skin to look just really beautiful, this is my go-to. I had picked this up in 1N. In the new formulation, I picked up 1.5N, and you can see there's a little bit of difference in the color. This is a little bit cooler. This seems to be a little bit warmer. When I put the new formulation on my face in that earlier video, it just didn't seem to wow me as much as the original did. I'm not sure if I just had preconceived opinions about it beforehand because it's a new formulation, and you know, so often they don't improve it when they formulate it. I don't know why. So let's go ahead and put the original formula on this side of my face. We'll put the new formula on this side of my face, and we'll see which one we like better. Go ahead and get my hair out of the way as much as possible. And I'm just going to do like a pump and a half, just because I'm doing about half of my face here, clearly. Half of my face. I think I already said that. And just going to pat it around. How do you do half your nose? I'm going to find out. I just love this original formula, and I'll tell you what, if it turns out that I don't like the new formulation very much, that's going to mean there are no high-end foundations in my foundation list of really good ones. This was really the only high-end foundation that I could say I absolutely adored. Other ones I have are nice, they're just not fabulous like this one is. And you can see it just goes on the skin so beautifully, covers up so well, no polka dot pores, and it gives kind of just that beautiful dewy glowy look that I love. Gonna go ahead and take my Sigma sponge and press that in so you can see how pretty the original formula looks on the skin, and you can compare it against no foundation to the original Forever Skin Glow. Now I'm going to use the new formulation, and I'll tell you the difference. How you can tell with the bottles, the lettering is horizontal on this one, it is vertical on this one. And I'll tell you, when I brought this home, I thought, am I going to forget which one is which? This is the original, this is the new formulation. So again, about a pump and a half on my hand, and I'm just going to pat that in. It's interesting, it looks a little bit lighter on my skin. I really did test quite a few different colors when I was in the store. Actually went in store and bought this. And I'm just going to press that in. This is my BK Beauty. This is the 101 brush. It's the one that has the angle. I really do like this for a foundation brush. Just press that in, and you can see it's a little bit cooler than the original formulation, but it is covering nicely. Feels very hydrating. Maybe not as hydrating as the original formula. Okay, I have to be honest and tell you I'm liking it more today than I did when I originally used it. So maybe it just was my emotions getting in the way. Well, we'll see. And I'm also wondering if I prefer this one because it's a little bit warmer. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and press this in with my sponge. It's actually looking pretty. I know it's not the primer because I have been using this primer for a while now, so I pretty much know what the primer does. And I think I used this primer when I tested it last time too. I would like to know how many hours of my life I have spent pulling cat hair off my face. Okay, so here's the side-by-side comparison, and you know what? I'm liking this a lot more than the first time I tried it, and I don't know why. Maybe it was just, like I said, my emotions got in the way. So here's the new formulation, and you can see it has a nice dewy look on my skin, which is what I am looking for in a foundation. Because my skin is a little bit older, it's wrinkly and crinkly, I find for me that a matte look is not as flattering as just a little bit of dewy glow, and this actually is giving me that right here. This is the original formulation, and to be honest with you, I can't tell the difference between the two other than the fact that the original color is a little bit warmer than the color I chose in the new formulation. So I'll have to say I'm pretty doggone pleased. I'm so glad I did this side-by-side comparison because I was really walking around feeling very, very sad that I had lost my beautiful Holy Grail foundation. It's looking great today. Let me know in the comments what you think. So this is the original and this is the new formulation. Well, I'm a happy camper now because I feel like I've got my good foundation back. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the complexion. Next, I'm going to be using the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer. This is really my favorite concealer. Not that it necessarily covers up more than other concealers. I just like it. It sits down nicely. You can see the color is nice and bright, which brightens up my under eyes. Because I've got crinkles and wrinkles under there, it can really look very, very shadowy, and I prefer to have it look a little bit brighter. This is my BK Beauty. This is the 205 brush. I know that Angie has a brush in her collection with BK Beauty that she uses as her concealer brush. This is the Angie 506. I prefer this one because it's smaller. You can see the difference in the size. If you prefer this, that's great. This just seems to be the one that works best for me. So I just kind of spread that concealer around in that under eye area. And then I take my sponge, my Sigma sponge, and I love this little pointed tip. And the tip is a little bit stiffer than, let's say, a beauty blender, so it really does work for me to press my concealer in. Look at how good that concealer looks. I just love it. It really does such a great job. All right, I cannot tell you how relieved I am that I like that new Dior. It just has made my day, I think. It's not like foundation is going to change the world, but it's just a nice little plus when you have a good one that you love. I am so excited about trying this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. And you know what? I don't know what color this is. Let me see. I think I found the color on the side, but I can't read it. It's so tiny. This is Tan Lines. And when I was in Ulta, I bought this at Ulta, this was the lightest color they had there. I'm not sure if it's the lightest color in the line. That's still a mystery. So here we have it right here. You can see it on the back of my hand. Let me put a little bit more. It actually looks a little bit lighter applied than it does in the container. I'm really thrilled about this because I think it might be a dupe for some of my higher end contours. So I'm just going to place this around my face. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just grab my stipple brush and roll it around in here. I think that's going to make a quicker application. Yeah, that's more like it. And I'm going to go ahead and use this underneath my chin. I have been using the Fenty Beauty Cream Contour. This is in the color Amber. I'm thinking this might be a dupe for it, which would be nice because heaven knows the e.l.f. is a lot less expensive. Look at how pretty that looks. It's just blending in nicely too. You guys, I think we might have found a good one. Oh golly, I am loving this. Look at that. Wow, this is a hot ticket item right here. I don't remember how much it was. I'm pretty sure it's under $10. Every other contour that I have that I love is a lot more than that. This feels so creamy and is blending in so beautifully. Wow. I'm going to put just a little bit more under my chin and see how it builds up. And you can see how nicely it creates a shadow under there, which makes that whole area look a little less wobbly. Wow. Okay. This is looking so pretty. I better stop. I just want to keep using it. It feels so good. It looks so glorious. What I'm liking about it is that it's very sheer. It lays down a beautiful color. It blends in beautifully and it just looks sheer and beautiful on the skin. Wow. Happy, happy, happy with that one. I'm going to go ahead and take my sponge, and what I'm doing is I'm just pressing in around the edges so that the edges of that contour are going to blend in better on my complexion. So blend, blend, blend. That's my motto for mature makeup. Now I'm going to go in with the Revlon Skin Lights. This is their bronzer, and this is in the color, hang on. I can't read this one either. This is in the color Sun-Kissed Beam. I do have my contact in. It just doesn't work as well as my glasses. When I bought this and I put it in my cart, I thought, you know what? I'm going to hate this because it's a glowy bronzer. And who wants a glowy bronzer when you're 65 years old? And I thought this is going to be a big fail, but I'll go ahead and try it because that's what I do. I try makeup. I use this. It looks so pretty on the skin. The reason I like it so much, particularly for the spring and summer months, is that it gives that kind of sun-kissed warm glow on the skin with just a little bit of shimmer, which is so very pretty, particularly when you have a little bit of color on your skin from the summer sun. It is so beautiful and I'm so glad I tried it. And you can see it has just a little bit of glow, but not over the top. It's not glowing from space. It's not looking obnoxious. It's just really really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and just a little bit over the bridge of my nose and along my forehead. So I think the combination of both of these is just so pretty. How often do I say so pretty in a video? I don't know either. This is a Tower 28 cream blush, and I don't know that I have tried anything from Tower 28 yet. I know I have a few products in my makeup collection, you know, my 2-try bucket. I think this is the first product I've tried from them. This is the blush called Beach Please. Because I'm putting together a very neutral look today, I thought this would be a perfect blush to add to the look and give a try. So just gonna tap that on the upstairs area of my cheeks. Ooh, wow. Gosh, you guys are having so many hits today. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that just gorgeous? Wow, if you're looking for a natural blush, this is kind of a peachy terracotta color. So pretty. Blending in beautifully, feels really good. Here, let me put this on the back of my hand next to that e.l.f. contour. So you can see the e.l.f. contour here and the blush here. Pretty combination, isn't it? Wow, I'm loving this. As she continues to add more and more and more. So pretty. I'm gonna go back in with my Sigma sponge and I'm just gonna press that in. Not a lot of blending needed because these are such creamy products. Really gorgeous. Okay, loving that. For a highlight today, I'm going to be using a Super Shock highlight from ColourPop. I've actually had this for a long time and I just took it out of the packaging this morning. This is in the color Smoke and Whistles, and it's a little bit more of a muted gold tone. You might not be able to see that in the camera. I'll go ahead and put it on my hand right here so you can see it. Look at how, wow. Look at how that blends in with that blush and contour. Whoa. So pretty. I'm going to go ahead and take a little tapered brush, get some on the bristles there, tap it off, and then that's just going to go on the high points of my cheeks. Wow, so pretty. A little bit on the front, and of course, I can't resist. We are definitely summer glowing right now. I'm going to go ahead and set the under eyes before I use setting spray. This is the Kosas. This is their Cloud Set Powder. I have not found a powder that I like for my under eyes in a long time. I don't know ever if I found one as good as this. There is something about this powder. It is so finely milled. You can rub your finger in it and barely get any product on your hand. When I use this underneath my under eyes and I just swirl it around and put a little bit down, it just really works. It actually improves the looks of my under eyes, which, you know, most powders really don't. This one works beautifully. Just going to take my sponge and press that in. I'll tell you what, I am so happy with the complexion right now. This to me is just a beautiful look for the spring and summer months ahead. I'm going to use my Milani Make It Last setting spray. I went ahead and did my brows off camera. Today I used 2 LA Girl products, the Brow Bestie and the Shady Slim Brow Pencil. I love both of these for different reasons. This one has the angled crayon that makes it really quick to fill your brows in. This one has a very, very thin crayon, so it makes it easy to pull out the tip and do the detail work. Love both of these. Today I have one of the paint pots from MAC. I have never used these, and I know a lot of people have been using these for eyeshadow primer for years. I went ahead and picked this up in the color Painterly, and I'm going to use it for an eyeshadow primer today. We'll see how it works out. You can see it's just a very neutral tan color. I'm going to go ahead and just pat that all over the lid and on up to the brow. It feels a little bit stiffer than you would imagine that a cream shadow would feel, but I'm kind of liking that because it's going to make a great canvas for the eyeshadow. You know, I'm liking that. Look how it has really covered up the discoloration on my lids. Usually I use the Anastasia of Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer because it's really opaque and really covers up the discoloration on my lids, you know, the lines and veins and the redness. This seems to do the same thing. Pretty interesting. I'm liking it. Today it's the Bronze This Way from Essence. These little 6-pan palettes are so inexpensive. Truly, I think they're $5 or $6. They are really, really good, at least the ones I've tried. I think my favorite is called Taupe It Up. This is Bronzed This Way. I'm going to do a fairly simple eye look today just because I want to keep the look more casual and really focus on the complexion today. I'm going to take my BK Beauty. This is the 202 brush, and I'm going to dip it into this cream color right here and just lay that down all over the whole lid from top to bottom, just to put a base down before I use another shadow. Now I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to dip it into this bronzy color right here. Let me go ahead and show you. This is what it looks like. Let me put it on the back of my hand. You can see right here, it's just a beautiful bronze shimmer. It doesn't appear to have any glitter, so I don't think I'm going to have that glitter bomb look on my eyes. I'm going to get a little bit on my brush, tap it off, and that's going to go over the lid and up into the crease area and almost up to the brow. Just really blending that in up towards the brow. Now I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This is the Angie 503 brush. And did you know that you can buy these in singles now? I know that when she came up with the collection, Angie from Hot and Flashy, it was only offered in the set. They now have the singles. I'll have them listed down below in case you're interested. There really are some nice brushes in this set. And what I'm doing is I am just working that color in, really blending it back and forth and making sure that edge up towards my eyebrow is blended in really well. I've really been such a fan of one and done eyeshadow looks lately. I'm just liking the way they look, and plus they're so quick and easy. Now I'm going to take just a small detail brush. This is my Refer 02 brush. I love this for underneath the brow highlight. Back into that cream color, load up my brush on both sides, and I'm just going to sweep that right underneath the brow just to highlight that area a little bit more. Now I'm going to hop off and do my eyes. I'm going to tight line with the L'Oreal Lay Liner. You guys know this is my go-to. And use the Voluminous Lash Base from L'Oreal. And the new L'Oreal, this is their Voluminous Noir Balm. Love this. It's pretty much my new favorite, and I'll be right back. For lipstick today, I'm trying a Natasha Denona lipstick. This is the first time I've tried her lipstick. I'm really excited about it. This is in the color I Need a Nude, and I'm pairing it with the NYX lip liner in the color Natural. So this is the lip liner in Natural, and this is I Need a Nude from Natasha Denona. Very creamy. This is a matte formula. I seem to do better with matte formulas. They just seem to make my lips look a little bit bigger and a little bit more substantial. But I do like it when a matte formula is creamy and feels hydrating on the lips. This definitely does that. Ooh, it feels so good. Here we have the lip color. Here we have the finished look. Wow, you guys, what a fun makeup day. I found so many good products that I absolutely adore. Clearly, I am back on the Dior Forever Skin Glow train. I'm really happy with the way the foundation looks today. I can say this performs almost identically, at least it did today, on my skin as the original formula. The only thing I might say is I might have preferred the warmer tone from the original than to this one. So I might go back and see if I can color match this one a little bit more closely. But other than that, I'm really pleased with the complexion today, and I'm so glad I did this side by side because it makes me feel a lot better about the new formulation. This e.l.f. Putty Contour, oh my gosh, if you love contour, this is a run, don't walk. I'm telling you, this is so affordable. It feels so good on the skin. I'm in the color Tan Lines. It blended in beautifully. I just love, love, love everything about it. I can tell you that this has done just as nice a job as contouring underneath my chin and making my chin look a little less wobbly and a little bit more chiseled. This has done just as good a job as the Fenty Beauty Amber Cream Contour that I've been using for a while. This is such a great find. I don't know what took me so long to try this. This is absolutely fabulous. Love it. I think the Tower 28 blush is so pretty. Is this the most perfect color for the spring and summer months when you just want that sun-kissed glow look? It is so pretty on the skin. It blended in beautifully. It's almost like I didn't have to do anything. Just tap it onto the cheeks. Creamy formula, feels lovely. This is in the color Beach Please. I'm a huge fan of this one. Gosh, you guys, I know I'm gushing over everything, but everything I used today, I loved. The Painterly Paint Pot from MAC Gosh, I don't know what took me so long on this one either. I am liking this just as much as the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer for laying down primer on my lids and really covering up the lines and discoloration. This is in the color Painterly. It feels really good on the lids. It's a cream formula, but it's a little bit stiffer, which is why I think it works so well for an eyeshadow primer. So a big fan of this one. You'll be seeing this a lot in upcoming videos. The Revlon Skin Light Bronzers in the color Sun-Kissed Beam. Oh boy, I love this so much. When you want just a beautiful subtle glow on the skin, give yourself a little bit of warmth. Such a beautiful product. I'm so glad I picked this up. I didn't think it was going to work. It works beautifully. The Super Shock Highlight from ColourPop. Who doesn't love these? I mean, truly. This is in the color Smoke and Whistles. So very pretty. I think it did a really, really good job of adding to the complexion look today. A little bit glowy. You don't need very much. It's just a beautiful formula. Sinks into the skin. We all love the ColourPop Super Shock Highlighters, and this is another good one to add to the list. And I have a new nude lipstick that I'm absolutely loving. This is I Need a Nude from Natasha Denona. Super creamy, feels terrific on the lips. Nice color, good payout. Nothing but good things to say about this. And I really like the tone of this. This is a cool neutral, which I think is so flattering. And the Bronze This Way palette from Essence, another great find. I haven't tried a single one of these 6-pan palettes from Essence that I didn't love. Super affordable. I think there's 5 or 6 colorways in this particular palette collection. I can highly recommend them. The formula is terrific. The color payout is great. I think it created a beautiful, subtle, very, very easy and simple eye look today. So a big fan of this one as well. Well, gosh, that was so much fun. I don't know when I put on a full face of makeup that I was so very pleased with the results. Trying a bunch of new products, and all of them ended up being fantastic, and most of them super affordable. I hope you found it fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my email newsletter, you've got to do that. I send out the coolest little email every Sunday morning right to your inbox. It's free. It's got all the tips, the tricks, the great sales, the fabulous finds, all good stuff in there. You can click the link below and go ahead and jump on that. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.